Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of The Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. It's been a very, very interesting week, to say the least. So if you guys are watching these videos for the first time, welcome, and hopefully they don't scare you off too much. I only do it once a week. Well, this segment I only do once a week, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So let's kick off with some news that I've covered on the website over the past week. First, Black Dynamite 2 is happening. During I guess a Q&A session on Twitter, Michael J. White, I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Jai, but anyways, that's me. MJW announced that they are actually doing a Black Dynamite 2 and that the sequel is in the works. We don't know anything else other than that. It was like a real simple tweet. You can follow it on his Facebook page as well because he actually linked it onto there, which is how I found it. But really cool news. I know a lot of people love Black Dynamite, and I'll actually get back to Black Dynamite later on in this video, but a lot of people did love the first one, and I think it only makes sense that he does a second one. So hopefully we'll learn more about it, but for now we just know that it is happening, and hopefully sometime this year we'll be able to see a sequel to Black Dynamite. Speaking of sequels though, and movies that we're anticipating very eagerly, we got some brand new images for The Raid 2, as well as a moving poster, I guess you could call it, for the Australian version of The Raid. It looks amazing. I'm still super excited about this movie, and a lot of the people who are watching this video for the first time or visiting the website over the past couple days actually are from the Raid page, which I think is amazing. I'm completely humbled by the fact that the Raid Facebook page actually linked one of my articles. I think that's amazing, and I'm so excited. Hopefully you guys enjoy spending time on the website and like what you see. I'm going to try and update stuff as much as I can, but it is just one person, so sorry in advance if it's not too over the top, but I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try and watch The Raid the night it comes out. I'm really excited for it, and I'm hoping that it's going to live up to everyone's expectations. I've heard great things about it, and I can't wait to see it. So if you have not seen it yet, check out the images and go to the Raid Facebook page for some great news and cool little tidbits as well in regards to the film. All right, speaking of tidbits, we also have news of Jean-Claude Van Damme's next film called Pound the Flesh. We got some new casting announcements. Now, the one that I'm really excited for is Darren Schlahavi, I think is how you pronounce it. If not, I'm sorry. There's a lot of mispronunciations, including that word in this video. Darren, most people remember him most recently for Twister and Ip Man 2. He played the boxer who fought Donnie Yen, and the idea of seeing Jean-Claude Van Damme face off against him with John Salviti's choreography, who he did Flashpoint, Special Identity, among a bunch of other films. I'm sure you guys already saw my interview on that with him. But yeah, he's done so many fights that I just can't wait. I can't wait to see this confrontation happen. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be a very, very cool film for both Jean-Claude Van Damme and everyone else. Well, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Darren, as well as John, who's going to be doing the choreography, and then everyone else who's doing the behind the scenes of it as well, including the director. I think it's going to be a really cool film. It's a Taken-esque story, which a lot of the films I've seen lately are leaning towards Taken. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is happening. Gina Carano's film In the Blood, which I'll mention here in just a second, has the similar kind of storyline. So a lot of cool things are happening in the martial arts world. At least it's not all sequels. Some of them are, and some of them are not. So I love to see original ideas. Hopefully this will push Jean-Claude Van Damme in a brand new direction. You know, Six Bullets was one of those films that was really different for him, and I really enjoyed watching it. It wasn't for everybody, and I didn't think it was a must-see movie, but at the same time, it was something different, something fresh. And, you know, now he's doing all these comedy roles. We've seen, who hasn't seen the split sequence on top of the trucks? You know, he's doing Welcome to the Jungle, so he's doing comedy. So it'll be really interesting. I think he's really been flexing his acting chops lately, and I'm excited to see where that goes. Going back to In the Blood, though, we did have a trailer for the next film for Gina Carano. I think it looks good. I'm actually more interested in this film than some of the other ones that she's done because of the fact that it's going to focus on her. And I know I've said this before, but I love the fact that it's her saving a guy. Like, just that core idea I think is great. You know, there's so many times where you see the girl get kidnapped and the guy has to go get her or something like that. So to see the role reversal I think is fantastic, and hopefully the action will be good and everything will be solid. The trailer looks good, so hopefully the movie will be good as well, but we will see in a few short months when this movie releases. All right, next up, we had a poster and a trailer, the US versions for The Protector 2, which is Tom Yum-Goong 2. Take it for what you want. I really don't know how to feel about The Protector. I still have not seen this sequel yet. I've been waiting. I really haven't had that burning passion to see it as much as, like, you know, Special Identity or some of these other films that I just wanted to see immediately. Like Tom Yum-Goong 2, I felt like I could wait. So you could see it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I've heard good and bad things about the RZA, of course. I for one, am not very fond of the RZA. We're not going to get into that, but I think that a lot of you guys share that similar perspective. Some people do like him. Some people appreciate what he does for the industry, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to bash on that, but new trailer, new poster. Be sure to check those out. And then lastly, rounding out the week is the review for Black Dynamite. How could I not? After the announcement of the sequel, and I've been curious about it for the longest time. This, by far, was the hardest movie that I've ever reviewed because it's a parody. And when you parody something, you get a free pass in a sense, because what you do, the bad writing, the terrible plot, the characterization, all of that could just be a parody. And so it's really hard for me to know whether it's good or bad, because like some movies, like comedy movies, are easy to tell, but when they play it so straight-faced, it's really, really hard to see if they're doing it on purpose or if they're doing it by accident. And if they're doing it by accident, then I don't want to give them credit for it, but at the same time, if they're doing it on purpose, I want to acknowledge that. So it was a really hard movie to review. Hopefully you guys did check it out though. It's on my website, martialartsmoviejunkie.com. And that's really all that I got this week. I've been trying a bunch of different things. You know, I got the new video card, started playing Strider, and I'm going to try to do a new segment. I don't quite know how I want to do it yet, though. The thing is, I want to give you guys more content, and I think I've said that to you guys before. Now, I've noticed that a lot of my stuff is turning into videos, and I don't want it to be a strictly video channel. So the next segment that I do, I may try to actually do both. I may do an article and a video embedded into it so that you can either watch the video or participate in the article itself. I'm still working out the details, so don't expect anything too soon. But I'm thinking about it and trying to figure out what the best is. Hopefully you guys don't mind all the videos. You know, I try to rotate the content so that you guys don't just see a bunch of Let's Plays back to back, because it's not a Let's Play channel. But, you know, Strider is a ninja, and it's really fun to run around and cut stuff in half. So you should definitely check that out. And Beyond Good and Evil has some very martial arts tones to it and some themes to it. So I want to play that. But I will be getting to some more Kung Fu-esque video games in the near future. I think you guys are all wondering when I'm going to be doing Sleeping Dogs. That's one that I really, really want to do, but I want to take my time with it and get it right. And so I want to do a couple other Let's Plays and get those under my belt so that when I do the Sleeping Dogs one, because it's going to be so long, I know what I'm doing and I can give you guys quality content time and time again. So that's the long and short of it, but you guys hopefully are having an awesome day. It's officially March, so February is over, spring is here. I don't know how warm it is where you guys are, but it's definitely not too warm here yet. But anyways, you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you guys, I guess, next week. So if you guys watch this video first time, you know, 100th time, whatever it is, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it, and I hope that this content is here to entertain you. That's really what it is. You know, you can get your news anywhere. You can go to any website on the internet and get news. And so I'm trying to give you guys something that you can actually have fun with and, you know, participate in and be more vocal about, and feel like we actually are sharing, you know, information about things that we really care about, whether it's the Raid 2 or In the Blood, The Protector 2. You know, if you guys like it, if you guys don't like it, I want you guys to have a platform so that you guys can actually interact with other people who enjoy the same things that you guys do. So that's why I do this, and that's why I do content every day for you guys. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the likes. I think we actually just went over 500 likes, which is insane. To me, I know a lot of websites, that's not a big deal, but to me personally, it's huge, and I really do appreciate it. It gets me motivated to do more for you guys because you guys are there for me. And, you know, whether you check every single article or just come once a week or once a month, I appreciate it regardless. And so you guys stay awesome, and I will see you guys next week. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is K Miller, and this week has been finished.